Hi, everyone. So, um, my name, according to my birth certificate, is a Brandon. And I said that I came here to help people. And the way that I'm doing it is by, sharing this information that I have of what I've learned from studying books, different religion, the Bible, the Quran, and a lot of different religions. I believe in God. Different people say the word God means different types of beings and spirits and others. It's not what I'm saying when I say I believe in God. I believe in God. The God I believe in never told me a name. Any person that told me that they have a name is not the same God I believe in. Some people believe in others and beings and entities with a name. A person may say their name is Jacob, or their name is John, or their name is whatever. When a person says they have a name, it's not my God. My relationship with my God never told me a name for God. So, people who believe in the same God I believe in would not use a name for the God I believe in, because I am a witness of the God I believe in, and the God I believe in never told me a name for God. So, I don't want to bear false witness. So, I've been being taught, being the youngest of a household of people who call themselves a family, or a household of beings who call themselves a family. Being the youngest one, I don't have evidence of them being my family, because since I was not there when they were born, when they're older, and it's the same information for others. If you were not there when they said your older brother or your older sister or your older aunt or your older parents or grandparents, you can't bear false witness. You don't really have evidence of them being your family, because you cannot say that you were there when they were born, so you can't really prove that they are your family. Is the way I was taught. So when a person says they're your big sister, or they're your big brother, or they're your aunt or your cousin or your family, and they're older than you, and you were not there when they were born, you would be bearing false witness if you claimed that they are your family, Because if you were not a witness of them being born, you don't know where they came from. You know, it's the way it was explained to me. So there's a lot of people that have been told that people are their family or their cousin or their sisters or their brothers and stuff like that. But you don't really have evidence of them being your family, you know. So, you wouldn't want to false claim people as your family if you don't know where they came from and you don't know where they're going. So I was told to know yourself, that you should know yourself. I should know myself. And I was told that know means no, like KNOW, to know, It's like, you know what your birth certificate says. You know when they say your birthday is. You know how old or what your age is according to when they said you were born or what you was taught. So that's what know means to me. And they say they spell it KNOW. And they say no means no. And so it means that when I look at my birth certificate, it says March 4th, 1984 is the birthday. So what I've been taught is that I'm 38 years old today. Since March 4th, I've been 38 years old, you know. I'm not really that smart, you know. I got these brain damage and stuff like that. I'm a mental health patient. I'm on disability. I get a disability check. I'm in this chair, I walk with a stick and stuff like that. You know, got beat up and abused a lot and stuff like that. But I'm not suicidal and I'm not on any drugs. So I have a marriage license and somebody had did some kind of marriage fraud or identity theft or something. I was sexually abused, before I had a marriage license. And since I have a marriage license, I've been sexually abused with a marriage license, you know, having a marriage license. I got a marriage license on April 30th of 2004. And what I'm saying is that I've been sexually abused, after, you know, I got the marriage license. So, whether it was on April 30th of 2004 or after April 30th of 2004. So, my God should know that people have been very bad to me and people have been very mean to me. And they played a game with my life. People were talking about being hyenas and teaching people how to have sex. And they tried to make me look like the bad guy. They used different names and tried to call people God and they called people Jesus and they used different names. And just like I said, my God never told me a name for God. So, I don't know what kind of war or what kind of trouble they started using those names. But, if anyone's claiming that they're my family, you probably shouldn't use those names if you believe in the same God I believe in. So, I was told that God is not a book, whether it's the Bible or the Quran. And that it's not my job to try to be one of those characters in a book. And I don't even know who wrote those books. I'm not even sure who wrote those books, you know. My God never told me about those books, you know. And being the youngest person in a family, I was abused and they used those books. And some people say it was brainwashing and mental slavery. You know, I'm not suicidal, I'm just pointing at my head. Because years and years of my life, I read a book. In the way that they taught me and trained me, they tried to make it seem like whatever the book say is what you're supposed to do. And it was like, it entered, the books was a problem with my relationship with my God, because a book may say this or that, and God may say not this and not that, neither one of them. So, you know, I was told that, you know, it's not my job to be a character in one of those books. No. If someone said that they were Jesus, you know, not me, then it's already someone claiming to be Jesus. If someone said they were John or Jacob or Abraham, then someone else already claimed to be John or Jacob or Abraham. And I wouldn't want to take anyone's job, you know, because this is America, is what they say. These are not my ideas, it's what I was told or what other people said. And I'm a witness. When people say it's not enough money and it's not enough food and people are struggling, I'm struggling myself, you know. I wouldn't want to take anyone's job. So if Cain has to build a city, I wouldn't want to take his job. If a person is claiming to be Jesus and is leading a group of disciples, I wouldn't want to take their job. If a person claimed to be Abraham or Jacob or Esau, I wouldn't want to steal their birthrights or their concubines or their wives and handmaidens. I wouldn't want to take anyone's job from them, you know. So, you know, I was told that I'm not supposed to be any of those people because it's their position being those people, you know, and that I should just be myself, you know. So since my God never told me a name for God, you know, I was told that other people did wrong when they told me those names. I don't know what they are a witness of, or witch God or wit God or whatever kind of God they chose, but it's not the same God I believe in, you know. So I have a marriage license, is what I was told. I have a family, is what I was told. And I wouldn't want to bear false witness. So, you know, for others, you know, helping others. If someone says they're your elder or they're older than you or they're your family, you wouldn't want to bear false witness. If you was not there when they were born, just because they say they're your family, you don't have any proof or evidence that you're even related to them, you know. It could just be something that they told you. Maybe you're like family to them. Maybe you're a friend to them. Maybe you're someone they treat like family, but it doesn't mean you're actually their family. So, it was just a message, and maybe it will help some people. If you notice that someone says you're the black sheep of a family or you're the one who gets treated bad, if you're not the oldest person in the family, maybe they're not your family. Because if you were not there when they were born, maybe they treat you that way because you're not actually part of their family. So, this has been a video about how I feel. And I believe in God. And it is stuff that's true in those books. Just not all of the stuff in the books is true. It's what I think. So I'm not sure. So, don't follow me. Follow God. You know, I follow my God.